I'm not sure who needs to hear this today, but stop being afraid to take yourself seriously, especially when it comes to like your dreams, the things that you want to create, the experiences that you want to have, the relationships that you want to have. Like, stop being afraid to take yourself seriously, because when you know deep down what you want and what you deserve, but you keep cheaping out because you're too afraid to go all in, like both butt cheeks, because you're afraid of what people will say, or you're afraid that you're going to fail, or afraid that you're going to prove to yourself that it was beyond you and you shouldn't have dared to dream. Like, you got to stop all of that, because that means you are now the singular most important force in your life that is stopping you from moving forward in the direction of travel that you see for yourself. So if that resonates, hang out here for a second, because I want to share some things that I've been working through. For those of you who don't know me, my name is S.A.A.R.A. I'm a musician. I'm based in London. I write and produce my own electronic funk dance music. I am also a creative empowerment coach. So I've worked with clients who are just so sick of feeling blocked creatively, feeling scared to explore their creativity, feeling stifled creativity. That's me. But then on top of all of that, I am someone who is working through a really intense period of block, of shutdown, of kind of everything just falling apart, as it does in life. And the knocks and the blows that it took to my own personal confidence, my creative confidence, did mean that I had to just stop everything and just rebuild and spend some time working on myself. And I thought, there's so many videos out there of people who are out there and they're like, this is how I made 6 figures, and this is how I scaled my business, and this, and that's great, and it's so encouraging to see. But sometimes you just want to know that there is someone else out there who is like in the trenches, who has to wake up every day and say, okay, I can do this, I can push through it. Or wake up every day and say, you know what, today isn't the day. I just need some duvet time and a tub of vegan ice cream. Like, so I'm coming to you from that space. And if you are in that space, then I invite us to be here together, because I think it's really important to talk about some of the behind the scenes energy shifts, mindset shifts that are required to live a really creatively abundant, expansive life. So I've been sharing these little videos. Again, part of my creative recovery, part of me getting my coaching back together, is making a commitment to share content here on YouTube with you once a week. It's a bit fluid, because am I afraid to take myself seriously with this? And the answer is yeah, a little bit. And the reason I'm understanding is I think about this, and the journey that I've been on, is I'm afraid to take myself seriously because as a woman, as a non-white woman, often we are not encouraged to take ourselves seriously, first and foremost, but showing up in spaces that refuse to take you seriously, showing up in spaces that, just by design, just by the sheer kind of nature of the institutions, and like the patriarchy and the racism and the sexism and the misogynoir, it means that most of your lived experience, you've had to encounter gaslighting. You've had to encounter people saying to you, you know, what you perceive is not real. What you experience is not real. Like, what that person said, oh, they didn't mean it that way. Like, it's not real. And I, in myself, as I now in a position of being able to reflect on what's gone on before, having a moment where I've said, where I am now isn't sustainable, and I had to make a lot of changes. I had to leave a lot of environments. I had to leave a very problematic, toxic job, very scary space. I had to leave a lot of friendships. I had to leave even my own creative, collaborative dynamic, because every time I was trying to move forward with intention, like this is the vision, this is what I'd like to build, this is what the relationship I'd like to create this is what I need, I was consistently being told that's not real, that's not available to you, that's an unfair ask. Like, and it's kind of like a death by a thousand cuts. It's like a slow drip feed of poison that erodes a sense of self, that erodes a sense of confidence. And I've been reflecting a lot on this today, and particularly reflecting on the experience of learning to stand for myself, learning to stand up for myself, learning to challenge in the moment or near enough to the moment, because it is hard. Seeing that and seeing the difference, like even within myself, like observing the feelings that come up when I start to take myself seriously. A lot of those feelings arise from those experiences of being gaslit, shut down, ridiculed. You know, I have memories of going, you know, even into studios to work with producers, like producers that I've employed, I'm paying them, I've hired them, and being gaslit about my own music. Like, how crazy is that? And the days where I really struggled to try and feel that I am worthy of the creative vision that I have in my head, like the songs that I have in my head, that I'm worthy to put them out there. The questioning, the ambiguity between what I believe I can do and then the actual belief in being able to fulfill that and see it through, that's where all of this nonsense lives. Like, that's where you have this fracture in your own sense of self and confidence, and it kind of sets in like a rot, like I say. And all of those experiences really ground me down, and I found myself in a position where I'm trying to take myself seriously. I'm trying to say to the people that I'm working with in a collaborative space musically, like, let's show up to shows, like wanting to create a serious show. And when I say serious, I mean fully living into the music. Let's think about what we look like on stage. Let's think about what we sound like on stage. Let's think about what the audience experience is going to be. Let's think about turning up with it just locked down and, you know, tight as a button, or whatever the saying is. And me trying to take myself seriously was consistently met with resistance. Like, people just couldn't be bothered to prepare to come to rehearsals, couldn't be bothered to contribute, couldn't be bothered to think about what their stake meant in this collective experience. And I realized the point where I had to start taking myself seriously was to say, I can't facilitate an environment that continuously tries to put roadblocks in front of the vision that I have. And knowing that, letting go of that was very, 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 very fucking hard, because so much love and work had gone into it. But it doesn't mean anything if underneath it all, I'm willing to accept that the people I'm bringing on this journey, or bringing into this environment, or bringing into a relationship, or bringing into a working dynamic, I can't move forward if those people don't take it seriously. Now, the scary thing about taking yourself seriously is that people will try and tell you that you're too much. And there's a sense of too muchness that, and society tries to tell women in particular that is a bad thing. If someone says you're too much, it's a bad thing. You've got to dial it back. It is not a bad thing at all. If you are too much for people, guess what that means? It means they are not enough for you. And if they're not enough for you, if they're not pouring back into the cup the same amount that they're willing to take out and take from and capitalize on, then they are not for you. So to summarize, I guess, on my rant today, be comfortable in taking yourself seriously. Be comfortable in saying, look, I'm going for it. Be comfortable, you know, here I am right now. And as I say, like, I just put these videos out. I'm not into thinking about cutting and editing, and I just want to share the actual message in real time with you, because if this helps just one person out there think, do you know what? I am worth my dreams and I'm going to take them seriously. What does that mean? Seriously means making that commitment. Seriously means showing up. Seriously means you're committed to the growth, you're committed to learning. Like, these videos aren't perfect. Like, and I look at other content creators' work out there and I think, gosh, like, wouldn't it be cool to get, crazy cuts and edits and whatever? But right now, where I'm at, taking it seriously means committing to making a video once a week. So here I am. Every time I sign off, I say I'm gonna be back. I am gonna be back, because I'm serious about this. I'm serious about my own creative recovery. I'm serious about doing it differently this time as well, making sure that the stakeholders I bring into the project that I'm creating are the right people to work with, because they take me seriously and they take themselves seriously. And that is always the starting block. Take your dreams seriously and put serious effort behind it. And sometimes serious effort is just doing that one thing, and it might not be perfect, it might not be polished, but showing up. Take that seriously. And I'm already, just through this process of committing to getting here every week and sharing something with you, whether it's perfect or not, I'm already seeing such a big change, because I tell you, I took a year out, but then it's taken me up until this point in the year, we're like halfway through the year, where I'm actually feeling able to start playing again. And I know that sounds really crazy, and again, I can't even begin to express to you how deep the bullet lies with some of this work, because it's a lifetime experience I'm trying to unlearn. The lifetime of, like I say, being gaslit, being taught to accept feeling small, being taught that the safest thing to do is not take myself seriously, being taught the safest thing to do is to shrink. And actually, each day when I take that opportunity to stand for myself, and I take that opportunity to speak for myself, and I take that opportunity to take myself seriously, I feel the growth. So if that resonates, please drop a little comment, drop a like, please subscribe to my channel. But most of all, if you don't do any of the above, just do this one thing, and it is take yourself seriously, take your dreams seriously, like take your passion seriously, and know that there is one person in this world who is responsible for standing up for you, for seeing it through with you, for believing in you, for being your biggest advocate and champion, and that's you. So do not give up on yourself. Let's walk through this together. Let me know if this helps. I really hope it does, because it's helping me. And I'll see you next week.